Hello and welcome to my latest video in my Home Lab series. So my previous video, I alluded to the fact that there'll be a new server or new piece of equipment coming. So yes, it has arrived. New to me, Dell R740XD server, which I bought used from eBay. I won it in an auction for £330. So the idea of this video was to give you a tour of the server, get it installed in a rack and get XCPNG installed onto it. Unfortunately, things didn't quite go to plan, as you'll find out as the video goes on. So let's jump in and have a look at the server. So like I said, it's a Dell R740XD server, and the XD really, the difference between XD and the non-XD is that you can fit more drives in this thing. So this thing comes with 24 SFF 2.5-inch bays on the front, and they can support SATA, SAS or U.2 NVMe, which is exciting. And this came with 24 600GB 12 gig Dell SAS spinning rust hard HDDs or hard disk drives. I'm not going to be using them, probably be some of them on. So let's have a look at I'll put the rest of the specs up. So this is what it comes with, or came with from the auction. So like I said, it's got the 24 2.5-inch 600 gig SAS hard drive on the front, and it comes with two Intel Xeon Gold 6230 CPUs that each come with 20 cores or 40 threads. They run at 2.10 gigahertz base speed, but they can max out or boost up to 3.90 gigahertz, so quite nice. And it also comes with 128 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, and also comes pre-installed with a Dell H740P RAID card, which we'll get to later on. And it also comes with dual 750 watt power supply units as well. So like I said, if you take a tour of the front of the server, as you can see, it's got the on the top here, it's got the nice diagram, so you can see the different configurations you can have on this server. So obviously mine comes with the 24 2.5-inch bays, but you can get models that only come with 16 or 8 2.5-inch bays. But yeah, so nice thing about Dell servers is you've got these nice diagrams and everything on the front. And then, so if we have a look at the front as well, we've got the VGA port at the front, a couple of USB ports, power button, and a service little micro USB port as well. And then if you take the bezel off, you can see those 600 gig Dell SAS drives installed there. If we take one out, there it is. Like I said, I won't be using these. Don't have any real use for them myself, but yes, that's the front. So yeah, quite nice and neat. Let's take a look at the inside. There are fans, which are hot swappable fans, and then we've got the RAM modules down there. So 128 gig of DDR4 RAM in total. There's 16 gig sticks, as you can see there. So yeah, that's pre-installed there. And then that's the CPU holder there. So we've got two CPUs. I said the Intel Xeon Gold 6230s. So yeah, quite nice. And then if you take a look at the rest of the board here at the back, so we've got plenty of PCIe slots. I think it's got 8 slots in total. So you've got 2 there, one's a 16 at the bottom, and then you've got an 8x8 on the top. And obviously power supplies underneath, and then that's second riser there. That's got 3 slots, 3 times, I think times 8, or might be times 16 on that riser as well. And then the half low profile a H740P RAID card is installed there. But we'll get to that later, like I said. And there's a little slot there for IDSM. It's basically like an dual SD card reader you can use to install the operating systems on. I use them in my R730s. As a way of getting them to boot. Nice and cheap to buy. Maybe not best practice these days, but it works. And then you can see there's that further 3x8 slots there on the Ryzen 1. And you've got this nice CMOS battery and all the other chips there, including the iDRAC. It comes with iDRAC 9 Enterprise, which is really nice. That slot there is if you've got like a PERC Mini, so like a RAID card instead of a PCIe, using a PCIe slot, you can just slot it in there. My other R740 has that as well. So there's a hot swappable fans, which are really nice. And then you've got the, at the front there, you've got the back plane for these 24 2.5 inch, which, like I said, you can plug in, you know, SAS or SATA connections, or you can plug in PCIe as well. So at the back here, we've got the iDRAC port on the left there, serial VGA, comes with 4 1 gig NIC card, which I will be swapping out, and then a couple of 750 watt redundant power supplies. There we go, so that is a look at the server. Let's get it booted up next. Okay, let's try powering it on, see what happens. Oh. That's promising. We've got a bit of a boot up screen. We'll probably have to go into the iDRAC management to make sure we can get into that later on. Okay. Yeah, not expecting it to boot into anything because there isn't anything I'm guessing to boot into. Yep. So yeah, but so far so good. Okay, so I've plugged a USB keyboard in, so I'm just going to go into the BIOS to check things out. So there we go. Some stuff there. Okay, so it's detected the 128 gig of RAM, so that's a good sign. Set to optimizer mode. Okay, that's good. Let's check processor. Lots of ports, as you'd expect. Come up as unknown device though, which is interesting. boot settings. Okay. Nice. Time is 8 on the CMOS, so we'll have to actually set that at some point. Okay. Yes, that's the 4GB NICs on board. iDRAC settings. Okay, let's set to the back plane anyway. 24 drive bays. Nice. Okay. That's good. Well, I just rebooted to go into lifecycle controller and I'm getting this error at the moment. Well, the only thing I've got in PCI is the NIC and the HBA controller, which I've turned off and made sure it's in solid. I'm still getting this, which is interesting. Well, I've just removed the HBA card for the minute. There it is. Yeah, just remove that for a second. I don't want to touch anything. Stay there. Yeah, we'll just see if we'll try powering it back on and see if that ever goes away. Yeah, it seems to be getting further this time, so something is either wrong with that PCI slot or the card. Yeah, it looks like it is actually looks like a little bit bent. You can see that on there compared to the others. That could be the issue. Okay, so that's one, is that okay? Let's try turn that off again. We'll try putting it into a different slot maybe. So the problem is I can't actually put it anywhere else because so the card is a half width card, or it's not the full. So the slot at the bottom is a half width, so it fits nicely into there. But the others are obviously full width, so it won't actually fit in any of the rest of the slots I've got because they're all. Yeah, I don't think I've got a bracket for it. I'll have to see if I've got one. So I'll put it back in that slot and see if it comes out that error. But I think there's see how it's bent. Slot. I think it's not going to be happy. Nope. It is definitely not happy with that. Okay. Yeah. It definitely does not like. Yeah, it definitely does not like that. So I will be reporting that back to the seller. Yeah, like I said, I can either see if I can find a full width bracket and try another one, but I'm pretty sure it's the actual slot, because you can see how it's second. Yeah, see how the slot. See how it's like bent out down there, isn't it? So these all fine. That one is, it's like warped, isn't it? Check the others there again. Yeah, they all seem fine. Okay. Well, so we can't use the front drives by the looks of it at the moment. Okay, I'll have to just leave this out for now. So just for while we've had this issue with the PCIe slot that HPA was connected into, thought I'd just run the sort of diagnostic self-assessment thing. Obviously I had to skip the hard drive test for obvious reasons. So just see if there's any other issues with this server. So it's just about to finish. Well, I think it has finished. It's just come up with this error. Not sure if that's the hard drive thing again, or because I did have this earlier with the hard drive and I just clicked, continue testing. So let's continue testing. Okay, one or more errors were detected. What are those errors? If it's hard drive, not too fussed about. Oh, okay, so it's going to do it again. It. Is it going to get out of it? Exit. Okay. So it's got system health screen. Can you get results? Let's have a look. Yeah, I want to get down to results. Right. Log change failure records. Cables, functionality test pass. PCIe. Or pass. Hard drive. No hard drive detected. Yes, that's to be expected. How do I get it to oh, okay, it's just running the test. I see, so you can test individual components from here. Okay, good. So process is fine. Let's just test the memory. Okay, that's passed. That's cool. Okay, I don't know why I can't get the scroll thing to work. Don't know if I'm into it. Nope. Okay, well the only one on there is system management, so processor's fine, memory's fine, video card we can see that's fine. We don't have a GPU in there. Not too bothered with networks at the moment, let's do fans. Okay, that's worked fine. PCI bus did pass, yeah. Let's do cables. Cables passed. Okay, so I think it's okay. Just a hard drive to be expected because we've removed I've removed most of the hard drives now, ready to go in the rack, and removed the HBA card. So, yeah, cool. Right, before I put on the rack, and I was going to quickly configure the iDRAC settings. So I'm in the lifecycle controller, go to hardware configuration wizards, iDRAC settings. Let's see what's set on here already. Okay. So we're going to network, enabled, yes, dedicated NIC, auto negotiate on, that's good. DNS iDRAC name, okay. IPv4 settings, we don't want DHCP, we want to set it to a static. So we can set on 83, which is the next available IP address, and the gateway from management network, which is 249, there we go. Set that mask. Don't want IPv6. Save all that. Okay, let's just take me up to there. Good. Good. User configuration. Root. Now we can set a password. There we go. We're in. So we do finish. Yeah. We want to save those changes. Thank you very much. So that should hopefully let us into the iDRAC now, which is a brilliant thing. And while I'm here, I'm just going to set the time to the correct time, which I can see because I'm recording this on the Blackmagic app, so I can see the exact time. It's 2:03. Yeah, we'll just go with that, and then let's save. Finish. There we go. Okay, so it's been a few days since I started this project with the new server. As you can see, it is now in the rack with help from my dad to get it in. But we still got problems. As you can see, the H740P RAID card or controller basically is dead. Tried it in different slots, and it just won't work. Basically, the system freezes on the lifecycle firmware screen if you try to plug into different slots. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's 2 issues: the vent slot 6 on riser 2 and the RAID card. So I'm still in discussions with the eBay seller on that to get that sorted. So at the moment I can't use, you see that's the plugs there for the front drive bay, so there's no drives in there at the moment, so I can't use that. So to be able to boot, I thought I know what they'll think, maybe a bit better. So I was planning on putting a couple of SSDs in the front here and booting off that, but then I thought, well, if I wanted to use that in the future for something else other than booting into the operating system, I thought I'll do what I have in the other one, which is a Dell Boss S1 card. That's basically this card here, and we'll better look at it in a minute. But it's basically it's a bootable card with 2 M.2 SATA SSDs. Because I did try, but yeah, you can't. So these are NVMe drives there. So I bought 2 4TB Samsung NVMe drives there, which I've got it's installed over there. But basically, you can't boot off them. So that's what I'll use for my XCPNG storage, local storage. Maybe just one of them, because 4 TB will be enough for that. But so for booting, because there's nothing else ready to boot off. I'm not got the SD card module or any of the expansion things in here, to be able to boot off. So I thought, I'll have an S1 card. But yeah, I have problems with that because it's only detecting the one drive when you boot the server. It's basically only detecting one drive. So we're gonna get it out, reseat. I'll give you a tour of the card and we'll reseat 2 drives. See if we can get the other card working. Okay, so a closer look at the card, and so you can see it's PCIe ×8 card, and it's got 2 M.2 SATA slots, and this comes with 2 micron, 2 40GB SSDs, plenty of what we need to beat XCPNG off. So the idea is that these both drives should work and they're set up in RAID. So if one drive fails, the other one takes over. So the operating system keeps going on. But yeah, like I said, it's only detected on one card at the moment. So let's have a look at try to reseat them. Yep. Okay, so here we go. Tried that, and yeah, unfortunately, as you can see, only one of the discs are showing on the SSDs. Tried, like I said, I can't get the other one out because the screw is basically stripped. So I got the first one out fine. I've just selected the correct head out of the assortment I got here, but the other one, this wouldn't take. I mean, it seemed to be in solid anyway, as far as I can tell, but so I'm not sure if that is even the issue. But yeah, and I tried resetting the configuration of the controller, and tried deleting the RAID configuration, but it doesn't come up with anything because there's no RAID configuration. Seller's quite quick to respond. They gave me the tip to try resetting the cards and resetting stuff, but yeah, I'm not having much luck here. So we'll see what they come back with. So for some further troubleshooting, I've taken out the one drive I can take out with the screws not stripped, and so that's that one there, serial number ending 8304, and just see if, see which drive is faulty basically. So so the one that's left in, obviously the one I can't get out, and that is showing up on here, serial 3317 on the end. So that is either potentially a DUF drive or a DUF slot on the thing, or something else going on. So I'm going to put it back in, see what happens, and see if that serial number changes at all on there. yeah, let's get that going. So yeah, so come to the end of the video now. But yeah, as you can see, we've had a few problems. So with the Dell Boss S1 card, I did actually try it in one of my other servers, the R740 spare one I've got sort of switched off at the moment. So I tried it in there, but basically get the same results, only the one SSD shows. The eBay seller for that product has been really helpful, really quick at responding, and basically when I said I've taken the one SSD out, the other one's still showing, sort of thing. He's going to send me out. He's going to test another SSD and send it out to me on Monday. So I'm recording this, making this video on Sunday, 7th of September, and I've recorded the bits you just seen. There were clips about the S1 card yesterday. It's on Saturday. So yeah, really impressed with the service from that eBay seller. So we'll see what happens when the new SSD arrives sometime in the next week. Hopefully we'll be able to get the S1 card working, because I can't really do much at the moment because I have got an SSD shown in there. If I install the operating system on that, obviously there's no redundancy for start of, and basically when the other one does arrive and hopefully get both drives working, I'd have to reinstall it, because you'd have to basically create the RAID. At that point it'd probably wipe the other drives, so a bit hamstrung what I can do at the moment. So like I said, the other issue we've got, which is again still outstanding, is with the H740P perk card on that PCI slot 6 being sort of bent and warped. So I've sent all that information off to the eBay seller. That's the eBay seller bought the actual server off, a different one to the S1 card off, and basically not heard back from them for a couple of days since sending them the actual part numbers. But so I did chase them up on it yesterday. We'll see if we get anything back next week. So at the moment, like I said, I can't use any of the front drive bay even at the moment. But yeah, so we'll see what happens, and hopefully the next part of the video will be actually get the server working, get XCPNG installed onto it. I have bought a couple of extra bits and bobs to go in the server, so I've actually, which will go over the next video more when we get it working, but I've bought a dual 25 gig network card, which will be running at 10 gig speeds. That replaced the 4 1 gig NIC port that you saw earlier in the video, and I've also, as you've seen just now, got a couple of 4 terabyte NVMe SSDs, but I think I'm going to have one in here. That'll be the local storage for the XCPNG host. But the idea is, eventually, when I get it working, this server, because it's got more RAM and more CPU, etc., than my other R740, this will become my primary XCPNG host running my VMs, and the other one will be sort of a backup one. And then obviously I've got my R730s, so one's running my TrueNAS and the other one is a cold spare at the moment. But yeah, so hopefully it's made for a bit of an exciting video with all the things going wrong, but let's see if we get any luck in the next week or two, and I'll put a new video out when I've got some updates. But as always, thank you for watching, and goodbye.